This video is sponsored by RKDF University, Radisson Blue.
Good morning, I'm Tusha Agarwal and you're watching News Flash. Today is the 12th of August and we have a lineup of crucial stories touching every corner of the globe, from the latest developments in politics to groundbreaking advancements in technology. As global calls for a ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas conflict intensify, the Palestinian militant group Hamas has refused to send negotiators to ceasefire hostage talks with Israel, which were set to take place on Thursday in Cairo. Instead, Hamas urged mediators to present a plan based on previous negotiation outcomes rather than pursuing new discussions for an agreement. As the ongoing Israel-Hamas war continues to intensify, the International Criminal Court has decided to make public the decision regarding the issuance of arrest warrants for Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Defense Minister Yoav Gallant, and Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar. The death toll from a landslide at a massive garbage dump in Uganda's capital, Kampala, has risen to 21. The tragedy occurred late on Friday when a large mound of garbage at the city's only landfill site collapsed following weeks of heavy rain, crushing and burying homes on the outskirts as residents slept. Rescue workers are still searching for survivors. Hours after reports emerged that former Bangladeshi Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina accused the US of involvement in her ousting, her son Sajid Wajid denied the claim. Wajid clarified on X that the statement attributed to his mother is false and fabricated, and that she made no such comments before or after leaving Dhaka. Nepal Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli invited Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi to visit the country on Sunday. The invitation was extended through India's Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri, who met with Oli during his visit to Nepal. Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. condemned China's Air Force actions in the South China Sea on Sunday, calling them unjustified, illegal and reckless. This follows a confrontation near the Scarborough Shoal where both countries accused each other of disrupting military operations. This marks the first such complaint involving Chinese aircraft since Marcos took office in 2022. On Sunday, Nobel laureate Muhammad Yunus was acquitted in a graft case filed by the Anti-Corruption Commission just 3 days after assuming his role as head of Bangladesh interim government. Rwanda's President Paul Kagame was sworn in for a 5-year term on Sunday after securing a landslide victory in last month's election. The 66-year-old leader, who has been in power for nearly 25 years, won the July poll with 99.18% of the vote. His victory followed the barring of 8 other candidates, including his most vocal critics by the Electoral Commission. It is time for a break now. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
इस तरह आरकेडीएफ विश्वविद्यालय राज्य और देश के आधुनिक और उच्च विश्वविद्यालयों में से एक है। RKDF University, a world-class university. Education glorifies nation.
In his first TV interview since dropping out of the White House race, President Joe Biden warned that Republican candidate Donald Trump poses a genuine danger to American security. Biden made the statement during a pre-taped interview with CBC News broadcast, cautioning, "Mark my words, if he wins this election, watch what happens." The Navy's efforts to build lower-cost warships capable of intercepting Houthi rebel missiles in the Red Sea rely in part on workers like 25-year-old Lucas Adrini. A welder in Wisconsin, Adrini previously made parts for garbage trucks and is now among thousands of young employees receiving employer-sponsored training in shipyards as they face challenges in hiring and retaining skilled workers. US Vice President Kamala Harris condemned the recent Israeli airstrikes on a school in Gaza, stating that far too many civilians have died in the ongoing conflict. The Hamas-led health ministry reported that over 100 people were killed in the strikes on the Al Tabain school complex in Gaza City, Dharaj neighborhood. A social media-driven boycott of South Korea dubbed Ban Korea has seemingly influenced Thai tourists to favor Japan and China as travel destinations over South Korea. However, South Korea attributes the issue to the presence of illegal Thai workers. Pakistan has been pushing highly foreign trained terrorists into Jammu and Kashmir to destabilize its security situation, Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha claimed on Sunday, and said a strategy has been formulated and security forces being deployed or redeployed to foil the neighboring countries' nefarious designs. In response to a major protest against a proposed lithium mining project, Serbian President Aleksandar Vučić convened a crisis meeting early on Sunday. On Saturday, tens of thousands of protesters marched through Belgrade to oppose the development of what could become one of Europe's largest lithium mines. SEBI stated that allegations against the Adani Group have been thoroughly investigated. Chairperson Madhavi Puri Butch has disclosed and recused herself from relevant matters as needed. Following a recent report by Hindenburg Research, SEBI confirmed that only one of the 26 aspects under investigation remains pending and is nearly completion. Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri arrived in Nepal on Sunday for a two-day visit to discuss with Nepalese leaders and officials to explore ways to strengthen bilateral ties and advance mutually beneficial cooperation between the two countries. Italian super luxury automaker Automobili Lamborghini expects exponential growth in India with the potential to become a top market in the Asia-Pacific region in the long term, driven by customers who are the youngest globally. Protests have erupted globally over the killing of Hindus and desecration of Hindu temples in Bangladesh. The Indian government is closely monitoring the situation. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has expressed hope for the protection of Hindus as Nobel laureate Muhammad Yunus assumes leadership of Bangladesh's interim government. That's all for the headlines of the day. For more updates, download the app and keep watching Ritum.